What's up, Sagittarius? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a bonus reading, a mini tarot bonus reading for this full moon coming up on August 30th. This full moon is going to be a super blue moon, which is super rare. You ever heard the saying once in a blue moon? That literally means that it happens once every 2.7 years is when you have a full moon twice in a single calendar month. Also, it being a full super moon instead of the blue moon, as well as a blue moon. The super moon is when it is as close as it gets to the planet Earth. It's what you call being in perigee, which is an elliptical orbit around the Earth. It means it's at its closest point to Earth possible, and that is called perigee, as opposed to apogee, when it'd be further away and to be a mini moon. So it's going to be as close to Earth as it can get, the moon. So we're really going to feel this full moon. It's going to look 14% bigger in the sky, and it is also going to be a blue moon, which means it's the second full moon in a calendar month. On top of that, it's going to be conjunct big, bad, malefic Saturn. Saturn will also be as close to Earth as he can get in his elliptical orbit. So we are also going to feel Saturn, and it's never fun feeling Saturn. He is the great malefic. In astrology, he is Satan. The whole aspect of Satan is based off of the planet Saturn. The whole aspect of Jesus, or the Son of God, is based off of the sun. So Saturn is going to be conjunct the moon opposite the sun. So the Earth is going to be in between God and the devil. And it's going to be conjunct the moon, and we're going to have to be dealing with this energy for a few days. And it's going to start probably a couple days before the 30th that we start noticing it. It'll probably be done a couple days after, right there. So Sagittarius, if you are a Sagittarius ascendant, this is going to be occurring in your third or second house. So that would be the house if this conjunction will be occurring. So if you are a Sagittarius ascendant like me, it's going to be your second or third house, depending on the degree. For me, it's actually second house. So it's going to be affecting my money financially. And if you're a Sagittarius ascendant, it's affecting your third house because it's happening in Aquarius. It's going to be your communication, the way you communicate and speak. But essentially what this energy is doing, it's testing our inner and outer world. It's going to restrict and put boundaries on the way you think and feel. It's going to test them. It's going to see if your faith is really your faith. And it's even going to test you outwardly in the outer world. It's going to make you show it in the outer world, your beliefs, and backing them up in your faiths and your thoughts. That's what Saturn does. He restricts. He tests. And we're all going to be feeling it. And like I said, I am a Sagittarius ascendant. If you don't know your ascendant, I created a video that's basically a tutorial on looking up a natal chart or a birth chart. I'll link it in the description below. Oh, right there. Time for healing. So yeah, look that up so you can learn what your ascendant is. That way you know where all your houses fall, because you need to know your ascendant to know where these transits occur in the wheel. You want to know your ascendant. It's super important because it tells you where the houses are, and the houses are what area of your life it will fall into. So it's a time for healing is the card Sagittarius got. Balsamic Moon, that's a good thing. Time for healing. The three cards you got, and I'm a double Sag. I'm a Sag ascendant and moon. You got Last Judgment, the Final Judgment, the Spirit of the Primal Fire, Seven of Pentacles, of the Lord of Successes Unfulfilled, and the Two of Wands, the Lord of Dominion, right? So the Lord of Dominion is making things happen. Your dominion. Seven of Pentacles, Successes Unfulfilled. That's Saturn in Taurus, so that would be like kind of restricting money in some way. So if you are a Sagittarius ascendant like me, it may be affecting our money in some way. It's at least going to put like a strain on it in some way, temporarily. But it looks like we're making some kind of final judgment here. And Uranus, the symbol of Uranus is in this card in the Last Judgment. But it's saying a time for healing. So it could be financial healing, for sure. It could be that, you're creating something that's going to cause, you're making it. This isn't just creating it. This is making it happen. This is Mars and Aries. You see the symbol for Mars and Aries right there? That's his designation for this card, Mars and Aries. And Aries accomplish things. They make it happen. They're a ram. They bust through the wall. They don't care. Bang their head until they knock it down. Like they're going to make it happen. So yeah, some kind of healing. Could be a final judgment being made specifically around money, or some kind of success that you felt was unfulfilled. but it looks like you're going to make it happen anyway, and there's going to be some kind of healing around whatever that is. Yeah, and it's some kind of final judgment being made. It could be a court decision in some way, because it is the last judgment, so that could be something that maybe was draining your finances in some way in courts, like maybe you were suing someone or paying a lawyer, but now you win your case and you're getting everything paid off, and you're maybe even getting some money in return. It could be something like that. It could be just anything doing with like court documents. It could be like signing off on like a house or anything that involves money in some way, inheritance, whatever it is. But it looks like there's going to be healing of the situation. So whatever the situation was, if it had you stressing anywhere, you felt like you weren't getting anywhere with it, you're making success happen, and it's going to happen. And that's good, because this is some really rough energy coming up with this perigee super blue moon conjunct Saturn, who's going to be as close as he can be to Earth as well, opposite the sun. So our inner world and our outer world is going to have to be balanced. With an opposition, it's going to have to be balanced. And if you have Sagittarius ascendant, it's going to be in your second or third house, depending on what degree in Sagittarius it falls for you, as far as your ascendant does. And if you have anything natally in those houses, you're going to want to see what kind of aspect it makes with your natal planetary positions. But yeah, looks like some healing's happening. Looks like it's going to be around money in some way. Something to do maybe even with a court case. Something, whether it's criminal, whether it be anything like that. But it's something that's going to be in your favor. Something that you made happen. And in some way it's going to heal you. Whether it be physical or financially or anything like that. All right, Sagittarius. Consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. If you need to learn how to look up your ascendant or anything in your natal chart, I will link the video that I made for the tutorial. It just basically goes over my natal chart, because mine's actually a really easy one to read, and I know it really well. And I explain all the houses and kind of what to look for in a chart for it to see what's strongest, to see what signs to watch. But yeah, I'm still trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers. I will do a real full moon reading next week. I'll drop it sometime before the 30th, because these energies are going to get a lot tougher from here moving to there, and that's what this is. The energy's moving up toward there. It's a good thing we got some healing coming in, because these energies coming up around the 30th are going to be really tough. All right, Saggy. Cheers. Thank you for being here.